Action!
Hey guys. We did it. Okay, so we've had a last minute change. We've decided we're going to take you guys behind the scenes here at Novak.
Yes.
Welcome to Monday Night Novak News. You have Marky Mark and
Yes.
myself tonight, guys. And we decided we're going to do it on the run because we wanted to talk about if you're crazy enough to dream it, you're crazy enough to do it. And we are definitely crazy enough to dream it. And we were crazy enough to do it. So we've built what we believe is the best real estate office in the country, maybe in the world, but we're going to let you guys be the judge. We thought we'll take you guys behind the scenes and just show you a little bit about Novak headquarters. We're located here at the Gateway in DY on the northern beaches of Sydney, Australia.
Hey.
But you know what? There's lots of things that we do, right, in our business that
We made passion our paycheck, as Tom Panos would say, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. And look, we've been operating for 18 years. We certainly weren't an overnight success. We're an 18-year success. And you know what? When we started, Mark was only 23 when we started Novak Properties. Just a young lad.
And I looked at the dates when I was doing this. It was 18 years of Novak.
It's unbelievable. It is. I mean, 23, you know, like we've got a daughter who's 21, and to imagine her in 2 years starting up her own business, it's quite a phenomenal feat. But there was one thing that really has never changed, and anyone who knows us personally will testify that we are certainly, they call it when we Novak the crap out of stuff, because, you know, we'll always do things that maybe no one else has dared to do. Is that right? What do you reckon, Mark?
Look, as long as it works, we're happy to have a go, as long as it works. So we're going to show you tonight some of those things that we're doing to improve client services, to improve... See you, Glenn. See you, Steves.
Yeah.
To improve the interaction with clients and how we can get more value out of properties, to get more value for our clients, for our tenants, for our landlords, for our buyers, for our sellers. Some of the things that we do that even are unorthodox for the industry that work, that we probably take for granted a little bit, but we'll show you around.
So we definitely pushed the boundaries, that's for sure, and our headquarters were no different. We'd always stood out from the crowd, right? When we started up Novak, it was called the Novak Agency 18 years ago. When we started that, we had the slushy machine, and, you know, we didn't want the window signage, and it was taboo 18 years ago. People would walk in and say, what do you mean you're a real estate agency? You've got no signs on the windows. But we really wanted to, even then, you know, we wanted to encourage that human interaction. So without going into great detail about the last 18 years, I think let's maybe walk people around. We want to show you guys what we call Novak headquarters. We're going to walk and talk and show you why we've done this, why we run a real estate agency that doesn't look at all like a real estate agency. I think let's start here, Mark.
Want to start front door?
No, let's start here at the bar, I reckon.
Let's
start here.
All right. So, one of the things that we just, a new recent addition. Actually, what do you want to talk about first?
No one cares about the screen.
No?
No one cares.
Yeah, but that's nice. It works with buyers. It works to come in, talk about what we've got.
Let's get behind
Get in there. Let's get in there.
I'm gonna go behind the bar. So guys, this is our reception desk, which is a 6-meter marble antipasto bar, and the reason that we wanted to have a reception area that was an antipasto bar where we can actually serve food to our clients and the community, and obviously we make, you know, great coffees and all sorts of bits and pieces here, was because we realised that the world was moving into a highly digital era. And so we wanted to encourage and make sure we didn't lose touch of this human interaction, right? So that was a big part of it. And what Mark and I discussed when we were building Novak, this customer lounge here 3 years ago now, was that why is it when you invite your friends and family into your home, you'll give them food and, you know, drinks and everything, yet you transact and you do business with people, and for the most part all they get really is a glass of water. So we wanted to make sure that we were carrying on that tradition and making sure that we were having that real human interaction with people. So this is the antipasto bar. Let's show these guys around.
So we've got the bickies from Grandma. So Grandma makes these bickies, and it was my mum. So we've got Pedge's Balls. That's a new addition. So Pedge's Balls is one of the gentlemen that helped my mum make these. His name's Pedge, so we named them Pedge's Balls. Only got named today.
Yep.
And the other ones
we'll move through it quick, Mark,
the other
we've got
ones
heaps to
are
cover.
waffles, Serb waffles. So we call them Serb waffles.
We've got lots and lots to cover.
So this is made by Grandma Novak. We've got the meat and cheeses separated.
Yeah.
When everyone comes in, this is what front of house does. They actually, I don't know if you can see that, guys. So that's what a coffee plate looks like. That's what a antipasto plate looks like. Sparkling and still looks like. And then serving plates. I don't know if you can see that all
so
there.
Every single person, no matter tenant, vendor, whoever you are, you get food. It's mandatory when you come in here. You get served food, coffees, drinks.
Because we love you.
Yeah, you know what? It just makes people feel good. No one says no to good food.
Bit of action.
Honestly, he just can't stop fidgeting.
Poison
So
it.
guys, as I said, 6 metre antipasto barn. That sits right smack bang in the middle of our office here. The other things that we wanted to replicate the areas that people enjoyed, things like cafes and bars, and as I said, areas where people love to meet and do business. So we replicated our indoor garden, which is a cafe. So we've got our little chairs and tables over there. Very nice, Mark.
Very nice, good
A
food,
big
good
chandelier.
Actually, one of my favourite little ones, look at this. If we want to send coffee to the staff, we put the coffee in here and we send it upstairs, look. Oh yeah, that's right. And then it goes upstairs. Up it goes, I'll show you where it goes. Ready? See upstairs? I don't know if you can see it up there. Anyway, that's the coffee lift. What else we got, Lee?
So what it really is this is another one of Mark's crazy ideas. It's actually a garage door track, and Mark attached a couple of little trays to it so that we could send coffee up and down. Anyway,
well, everyone said it couldn't be done.
That's right.
Awards.
Pushing the boundaries. We'll get to the awards. But the other thing is we've got our 10-metre billboard, which lights up all of DY. And so we can, often we'll put community announcements, we'll put properties on there. We also built within our customer lounge an area that we could clear out into our car park and completely transform within about 15 minutes an auction room and a function centre.
So what we do...
Lots of functions and lots of auctions from here as well.
So this all gets emptied straight out?
Yep.
And we have an auction.
Straight out through the double doors, straight out into our garage. And we can host our auctions here as well as functions. So, and we do hold a lot of those, and it's phenomenal. What you guys can't see here right now is that we have a 6-metre glass frontage. So if you can imagine like an Apple store, we have these big, very, very high windows. So we're able to, we're obviously very exposed, but we can also get great signage on there as well. And often we will, Valentine's Day and Mother's Day and all that sort of stuff. We have lots and lots of fun with all of our signage. Why not? We've got how many hundreds of thousands of cars are passing us by each week?
Massive, 50,000
Massive
a day.
numbers.
50,000 a day.
Absolutely massive numbers. So guys, for those of you, hey Anmol, hope everyone's well. For those of you guys that have just tuned in, tonight's segment, we're on the run. We decided that we're going to grab the camera and run you guys around our office, because tonight's talk is about if you're crazy enough to dream it, you're crazy enough to do it. So we built the first antipasto bar in a real estate office, again, just so that we could combine that human interaction in this highly digital world, and it's worked a treat. So the cafe, then we've got our beautiful lounge area. Beautiful lounge areas, our front doors down there, so everyone walks straight in and up to our antipasto bar. And then we've got our boardroom table over here as well.
Good old-fashioned brochures. So this is a relatively new addition.
Yep.
And I've got to tell you guys, it actually did a deal. So I had a client that came in on Saturday. She was looking for a commercial property, and I wandered past, and she was actually grabbing rental brochures off the brochure wall. And I was like, hey, and I was busy Saturday, everyone was running in and out, and I said, hey, can I help you? She just bought a property for $1 million, even though she was looking for rent. She paid more than anyone else in the market had paid, so we had it advertised on realestate.com, we had it out to our database. She paid over and above what other buyers out there would pay, and a sale was generated off old-fashioned brochures.
So let's talk about why we do these brochures. And for those of you guys that can't see too well, they're just A4 glossy brochures. These are not our brochures that we hand out at open homes because we couldn't find anywhere to store all of these brochures.
We've got 210 properties for rent and for sale at the moment. So logistically, it was hard to stack them all.
Well, there was nowhere. You know, you'd sort of put them onto a table or you'd put them onto the bar, and there was just simply nowhere that we could store them all. Yet people come in and wanted to grab brochures and information. So what we did was we just did the easiest thing, the most convenient thing, and that was just to print them out on glossy A5 paper that we can obviously print in-house. And people can just come in and at a glance, they can see this entire wall of everything that we've got for sale and for rent as well. So they can come in and just help themselves to the brochures.
So commercial for sale, the top row, and the second row.
Yeah.
Residential for sale, the next row, about 30 odd properties. Residential for lease, about 50 odd properties. And then commercial for lease, about 110 properties that are sitting down there in that row.
And you know what it is? Sometimes, a lot of the time, it's the most convenient thing. You know, we're all looking for that. What's the best? What's the biggest? What's the glossiest?
The touch display.
But it's actually, it came down to convenience, didn't it? People will come in and they'll stand here for half an hour while they're sipping on their coffee and they're grabbing brochures. So that works an absolute treat. So that's another little tip.
Well. It's a big talking point.
Yeah, and it was a great way again for us to. They don't care about taking 10 glossy brochures away. They just want to see what stock we have without actually jumping onto the net. So that's a big thing. Now we're going to take you guys over to our media centre, because all of you guys that are watching will know that we're crazy social media freaks. So here we go. Oh my God, that's very close on that screen. All right, so here we go. Ooh. Guys, we have a whole studio set up here. And so when we're not using our mobile devices, which is what we use a lot of the time when we're on the go like this, when we're doing a lot of our in-house stuff, we actually have proper studio equipment. We've got studio lights.
Paul said looks like a TV studio in there.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
Paul Smith.
Hey Paul.
You're from the awards.
Hope everyone's well. So guys, we're just talking now about the crazy things that we do here at Novak. So let's show the equipment, Mark. Let's flip the camera around.
Okay.
We've got proper lighting. So proper studio lighting. So we're half media centre, half...
It's important to have good complexion when doing videos.
True story. And then we've got the proper professional camera here. We've also got the big microphone. So tonight, obviously, we're not using that because we've just grabbed the good old iPhone. Good. And then we've got all of our proper sound equipment. So we've got these, what do you call these, Mike? Rode mics.
Yep.
We've got the Rode mics that you can clip on.
They're your microphones when you're on your what do they call it?
If you guys want to get serious about your social stuff, that's a really good investment. Yeah.
But why are we doing this stuff on social media, Liz? How does someone who's selling or someone who's buying, who's watching, how do they benefit?
So social media is a way that we can get out to the masses instantly. We can get a vendor out onto social media for free, for $0. It's not free for us, because the time that we actually invest in social media, when you amortize that out over hours and turn that into money, it costs the company a considerable amount of money. But why? Because it's something that makes us stand out from our competition, and it's something that works. All right, it's been phenomenal. Oh my God, there's me extra large up on that screen.
Look how they're large. Paul says it makes Tom set up look amateur. I think I got a bit excited, Paul. That's all. But it works.
Look, the reality of it is it works.
We use the studio, to give you an idea, the studio we would use, it's a Zoom studio. So to show you a little bit up here, we actually, if we have clients that are overseas, we can actually sit here. So we pull a chair up like this. We can sit here, we can talk to the client that's overseas in Zoom.
Yeah.
The client, we can actually see the client on here. We can bring up presentation documents and we can share the presentation documents with the client. So if the client's actually looking at their mobile phone, or if the client's looking at their tablet, or if the client's looking at their PC, they can see their real estate agent. delivering the PDF file or the presentation to them, and that's what we also use in media. So yes, it's used for social. It's also used for digital conferencing, and every morning we use it for our live crossover, which is with Michael Berger and I do that in the mornings.
And we can cross-post as well. So again, for those of you guys that follow some of the stuff that we do on social media, every morning, Mark can cross-post out to all of the staff's Facebook pages so that we're blasting out not just Mark talking on Mark's Facebook page, but so Mark is actually being seen across all of our social media pages. So you know what, we thought we were crazy as well about a year and a half ago when we started doing this, and we honestly wondered if anyone was actually even watching, but the reality of it is it's made our business has gone off the charts.
And this is a very serious piece of equipment.
This is how I get around.
Do you want to show how you do it?
Well, I can't even ride that.
So guys, what we use this for, DY is a very, very congested unit suburb, but it's level. So if we need to run a quick errand, whether it's key cutting, whether it's supplies, whatever it is, whether it's going to a showing of a property that's close, we use these electric scooters.
The electric scooters, they're good, and
they're
convenient. So this is the thing that we find is that here, we might flip it around so that we're both on there, Mark.
Oh, what about this?
Oh, okay.
Explain this one.
So this was the other thing, people would come into the office and say, so whereabouts in Narrowena is that property that you've listed? So we decided that we were going to do a gigantic, I'm not quite sure exactly how large this is, but it's extremely large.
It's about 2 metres by 3 metres.
2 by 3 metre map.
And that's pretty much our catchment. So our catchment goes up to sort of Palm Beach. It goes all the way down to Manly. And it goes out to French's Forest, Chatswood area.
Yeah.
So we actually, when we're talking with people, if people often say, look, whereabouts is that place? Novak HQ is just here. We can say, you're sitting here. Here. And we can say, you're sitting here. This is DY, and let me show you where is.
You know what, guys? You know what's crazy is that it's actually the simple things. When you hear of someone who has invented something and you're like, why the hell didn't I think of that? It's that little 1% that you think about, that people overthink and they don't do it, and we do it, and it's just out of pure convenience. It's those things that actually are the game changers, not just in our career, but I think in life, right?
It's fun.
It's fun. That's it.
Fun.
You've got to enjoy it.
Another one as well.
Have fun with what you do.
We have quote of the week. So it's under here. Everyone sees that. And it's arrogance closes more doors than it opens. Stay humble. Learning and innovation go hand in hand. The arrogance of success is to think that I'm trying to read with these comments over the top of it. Anyway, it's cool. Did I get a bit excited?
I don't think anyone cares about that.
Well,
all right, so guys, let's talk about some of the other crazy things that we do. Couple of things I want to point out. So Mark actually came up with this years and years ago, and it's actually genius. It's a 3-minute SMS appraisal. And again, it comes down to convenience. So I hope you guys can hear us as well. We actually don't have mics on, so hopefully everyone can hear. But it's a 3-minute SMS appraisal. How do we do it? We obviously market the fact that we can appraise your property in 3 minutes. You SMS us your address, and then in 3 minutes, we little geniuses that we are, we put together a presentation and we send it back to you within 3 minutes. Fact, true story. But the great thing is, as a real estate agent, and I know there's heaps of real estate agents watching, is that we now have your name, we now have your mobile number, and we now have your address. So they're the 3 pieces of vital information that we love as real estate agents.
How are you, buddy? Miss ya.
So yes, 3-minute SMS campaign. Crazy enough to dream it, crazy enough to do it. What else do we do, Mark?
You got a list.
I got a list.
You got a list.
Let's talk about the hot pink lights.
Hot pink lights. Okay, so guys, hot pink lights. I'll see if we've got any outside here at the moment. Maybe across the road. Oh, there you do. We do. So what we do is with our commercial properties, so when we market, see how that stands out pink? That's for lease. So what actually happens is we, all of our commercial properties that we have that are for lease, we change the lighting inside to pink. So when you drive past, you'll see a for lease. you'll see a pink light, and the pink light stands out so much more. So that's what we do with our pink lighting for our commercial properties. Lisa?
Genius. The simple thing.
50,000 cars going past at probably 10 or 20,000 at night. They turn right because they see hot pink. And when you go down between Palm Beach, you'll probably see 30 or 40 sets of those lights all down the main road. And you know it's us. You know it's for lease straight away or for sale straight away. It stands out.
Yep. The other thing is 24/7. I mean, I know these days there are a lot of businesses that are 24/7. We've been 24/7 since our inception. In fact, our motto has always been, we never sleep, because we did see 18 years ago when we started our agency that convenience was going to win. When we were young and didn't really know what we were doing when we started when we started our business, but we did know that convenience was the way forward. So we've always been available 24/7. It's gotten a little bit easier over the years in some respects with technology, and how we're available 24/7 is we have our online chat, which is literally answered 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
People love the chat.
People
The deals
it.
we do off chat for our clients is incredible,
Yep.
because it's just making life convenient for a tenant, for a landlord, for a purchaser. It makes more money when you're selling with Novak and when you're buying or renting from Notes. It's just convenient.
Yeah. We're open Sundays as well. So we don't just do open homes on Sundays, which we've always done. Again, it comes down to that convenience factor. But our office is actually physically open on a Sunday. And yes, it generates business, doesn't it? People love the fact that they can drop in a rent check, or that they can come in and speak to someone. We sell property on Sundays. It's a day when people have got time. So in this very, very busy life that we all lead. So that's a big thing, 24/7.
It's huge. What else have we got?
It's been huge.
Look at your box of dice.
What else have we got? So we've covered the light. I know I've got lots of things.
Where is it?
My list is over here. Yeah, let me grab it. So as I said, guys, we're on the hop. We're on the hop tonight. Okay, what else have we got? Open Sunday. Sunday opens. The 24/7 office. We never sleep. Our antipasto bar, the human interaction, the hot pink lights, social media. No window display. Now this was a big thing. When we started Novak 18 years ago, we were, I reckon, one of the first real estate offices in the country to not have any window displays at all.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
Now it's something that a lot of real estate offices, don't have window displays, but the rationale behind that was because we wanted people to come in and talk. We wanted to create that human interaction, and again, that's coming back to our antipasto bar, and the reason that we serve food was because that was a big critical part of
looking after people.
It is.
Good old-fashioned service. Yep. And what else we got?
Well, that's about it. The other thing that I just wanted to talk about, of course, is our social media. We were touching on it before, but it's become such a huge part of our of what we do. And it's funny, the other day, one of our guys was at a party in the eastern suburbs, and someone who works for Gavin Rubenstein said, "Man, I see you guys everywhere. I see you all over our feed. How do you do this social media?" And the thing is, there's so much to it, isn't there, Mark? Like, it's been 2 years of walking through so many doors to get to where we've gotten to.
It's a really good analogy, guys. Getting through doors, and this supports what we're talking about tonight. If you're crazy enough to dream it, crazy enough to do it, getting through those doors then puts you through the next door, which puts you through the next door, which puts you through the next door. But you've got to keep traveling through the doors. Now, social media is a great example for that. When we actually start doing stuff like...
Your hand's not on the mic, is it? I'm just saying.
No. When we start doing stuff like, live, when we start doing stuff like mics, it then allows you to move through the next door of what can we do next with digital.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that as we did the office and the showroom 3 years ago, it was like, what's next? Then we really pushed forward with digital.
Yeah.
So I think great advice out there is, for really progressive businesses and agencies and in the country, you've just got to keep going through those doors, just not stand still.
I'm going to be sharing some of these tips. I'm very, very, very honoured to be speaking at ARIC in May. which is the largest real estate conference. I think it's in the country, maybe in the world.
There's 5,000 real estate agents.
5,000 real estate agents. So they've asked me to come and talk about how I'm selling property off social media, and I'm super excited to come and share some of those tips with you guys as well. I wish there was a really simple answer to it, but the reality of it is there's not. It's a lot of time, it's a lot of work, and it's a lot of reward, mostly for the client. Because the vendors and the buyers absolutely without a doubt win.
Yeah, our clients are loving it.
They're loving
Our clients are loving it.
Yeah.
And we would get the amount of business, the amount of comments and support from clients, even purchasers at the moment, because they feel like they're getting the edge with getting access to properties. Like it's big. It's really big.
Well, it generates all of my appraisals. It generates 95% of my sales, and it's all my marketing. So it's completely like taken over everything. I can't see that that's going to change anytime soon either. You know, you've got 30% of the world's population on social media.
More.
So that's been a game changer.
So we are crazy.
Yeah, we are crazy. Look, I think at the end of the day, it's coming down to convenience. As I said, helping people. That's a huge part of it, and that goes hand in hand with, you know, making life convenient for people.
Big time.
The small things make the big difference.
Yeah.
You know, being open, being available all the time. We've got a fly flying around in here. You know, feeding people, doing things just because you don't want anything in return. People feel that, right? It resonates.
It's huge.
I've talked a lot.
It's huge.
I feel like I've talked a lot.
You've talked heaps. Either I've been quiet or you've talked a lot.
I do talk
Lisa's talked a lot.
Yeah. So Mark and I go.
Lisa used to be shy about 3 years ago. She found it hard to talk to people. But you've got a serious word count per day.
So
It starts at 5 a.m. when
Mark
we
and
walk.
I exercise every morning together. We walk for an hour. I pretty much talk the whole time. Like that's a confession.
That's it. And guys, one other big thing, incredible people. The people in our business.
Yeah.
It's been 18 years of business, but the people from this craziness and the shit that we do, the great people and the like-minded people that we've attracted in our business, that have then attracted those types of customers to our business, has been bloody incredible. So we employ 50 people in our business, very like-minded people like Lisa and I, and we have a lot of fun, and then they all rub off on those thousands and thousands of clients. So we've got 3,000 landlords and tenants. We've got hundreds of buyers and sellers. Every single week we're interacting with, and we're actually just genuinely having a good old time because we're doing what we love. So a good thing about doing, and back to, you know, that living, that dreaming crazy, is we just got a great crew that we believe in, and they believe in us, and we believe in we believe in each other, and that's been the greatest, I think, success that we've had out of our lives, is the people around us that we work with.
Oh yeah, we've had some staff that have worked here for years and years and years. I mean, Angelo's been with us for 16 years.
Beautiful man.
One of our sales guys.
Very accomplished.
He's never had another job.
Agent in DY.
Phenomenal.
He's a weapon.
Yeah, phenomenal. You know, Brunker,
Mother Hen.
Yeah, Brunker was Property Manager of the Year last year for realestate.com. Brunks has been with us for, 12, 13 years now. That's quite a familiar story here at Novak. Like, we've all grown up together, really, haven't we?
5.5.
Years.
Yeah.
We've all grown up together, really. Yeah. You know, you were 23, Mark, when we started. So I was much, much younger.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it from us. Guys, thank you. Hey, Andrew. Hope the bub's well. Guys, nice to see you. Paul, Chris, thank you all for tuning in. That's it from us. It's been a really, really busy day today.
Hopefully we entertained you, educated you, and you learnt a little bit more about us and yourself, maybe.
Hope so. Guys, enjoy your week, and we'll see you real soon.
I'm going on a bike ride. Don't forget to sponsor me. 3 days' time.
Untrained.
See ya.